Alrighty, guys. For this episode, well, this time of thing, I'm gonna show you 3 different classes at once. I know this is just brief though, but it's just because today I don't have any videos because I was working on so many things, and I was grinding out my Pokemon for Pokemon, so I'm just trying to get at least one video out there and all that. So I'm gonna show you the 3 different classes. The first class we're gonna be doing is trollspellsmith. Then we're gonna go to Master Ranger. And then we're going to go to horc because horc is like Necromancer, but requires a battle pet, and I want to do it right now. So let's just go to Lair and face the dragon. Or actually, no, wait, let's go to Dwakkel. Dwakkel seems like a good idea. Dwakkel's always a good idea for soloing because Mithril Man is very weak in certain ways than others, but depending on your class. Of course, Elemental Dragomancer, you have a big capability of destroying him. And I'm trying to make sure that this doesn't hurt all the enemies like the first one does. So, trollspellsmith, what do you have to do? Well, you have to keep on doing a weakness sigil, which actually hurts a lot of your opponents. So let's just fight Mithril Man, and let's keep on using weakness sigil. You have to keep on using weakness sigil. You can't stop. You have to keep on using it, which is actually very, very poorly designed. Bam. Bam. Be taken down, come on. Weakness sigil. I'm just going to blast you. I don't care. Trollspellsmith's I think is a pretty poor designly class for its skills, because a lot of it requires this, the last one, which is pretty poorly designed. So that is how bad the trollspellsmith is. Let me just show you how the Master Ranger does. I like Master Ranger. It's awesome. It has a best skill thing, and I have different armors for these. I wanted to get a bow, but I couldn't find any bows, so yeah. Oh, it's still... What? I changed it to red. Okay, I'm gonna have to change it later then. The headband's supposed to be red, but apparently it converted it back to orange. No, it changed it to red. Alright, so I'll show you how to use this for now. Which one to use? You want to use Mark for Death, Mark for Death, Mark for Death, Mark for Death, and Mark for Death. And then go fire. Then mark for death again, mark for death, mark for death, mark for death, mark for death, and vampiric shot. Mark for death, 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 and explosion! That would actually hit all opponents, and that's actually a pretty big critical. I'll show you the enhancements later. Last but not least is horc. Oh god dang it! Another person joined in. Oh great, they're gonna ruin it. I'll actually go to a different Dwakkel, so I'll be right back. Well, you'll actually see it though, but I'll be right back to this site later. Oh god dang it! I'll be right back, and I'll be like in a private room, so I'll be right back, guys. Alright, so we're back against Mithril Man, or we're back to Mithril Man. Let me just equip the armor that I like for it. I know a lot of these are a big hassle though, but I just like to categorize them under armors, not really much under other things. So let us just go in and do this. First, you want to go summon your battle pet, so you want to use Whistle. I don't think it damages. No, it doesn't seem to damage you. So it's awesome in that kind of sense. I'm just going to restore my magic though. It summons a boar, which is not what I usually like as a pet, but I'll go with it for now. So let's just go. We're going to go with the boar first, get attack damage up. I'll use every other skill except for the last. I don't know why the last one's really bad, but I'll describe how good they are a little later. Because I just don't feel like saying them out loud, because they're just... The last one, to me, is stupid. I don't know how good it is. If it's really, really effective, I think it's a great way to get out of it, though, but I don't know. I don't know if it's good or not, but it seems pretty bad. And this is why I put the horc last, So I'm going to show you like what everything does and how everything is. I'm not going to change the armor. The armor is going to be too poor. So first is the trollspellsmith armor. This one is more magic than, well, melee. So this one is like, it's like shaman, but it's like, I think like, well, what they said, I think it's like more distant from it. It's like it's more powerful and more time consuming because of the cooldown. I'll just go inside the house because apparently I have more frames in here. So first one, energy arc. Calls on the power of electricity to arc from one foe to the next, slowing all their attack speeds. Really awesome. Freezing fire that will cause moderate ice damage and slow your opponents with a chance to stun them. And, well, that's actually Frost Flame. Next is Energy Drain. Convert your own energy into mana, but slows your attack and lowers your damage for a little while. Weakness Sigil, which is basically your main attack, or main thing you always want to use. Stacks up to 5 times, heals you for a little bit. I think the maximum I got it up to with All Fighter, All Fighter, well, one fighter, and, well, the class was Fighter, the rest was Spellbreaker. I got was a critical, I got healed like 400, so it's pretty good. It increases the effectiveness of all other skills and increases your chance to crit on your foe with each stack. I think if you stack it 5 times, you get like a 5% extra critical, so it's pretty good, I guess. Next is Master Ranger. I love this class. This class is awesome. Its first skill is amazing. The other 3 go upon the first ones. The first one is Mark for Death. Deals light damage and applies Death Mark to your foe. Death Mark can stack up to 5 times unless consumed by a skill or allowed to fade. And reduces foe's damage up to 5% until consumed. It costs 5 mana, so I think at the limit it will cost about 25 mana, and I think by the time you use it all, like all the time, it will probably be full, so it doesn't matter. And it's a 1.5 second cooldown. That's 1.5 seconds of cooldown. That's awesome. Next is a Scorching Arrow. Launches a flaming arrow at your enemy, dealing moderate damage. Also burn him with a fire of damage over time. Fire damage over time is increased by, well, Death Mark, which is usually with the skill. Or Mark for Death, Death Mark, whatever. Explosive Bolt. This one I think hits every enemy in the area. Or nearby foes will also be caught in explosion for minor damage, not really much. But damage is increased by Death Mark. But the reason why I think Mithril Man took more damage is because he was the only target I was facing, so he took at least a little bit more damage. And then Vampiric Shot basically is a magic arrow inscribed with runes at your target, dealing moderate damage to them, but also applying a heal over time effect to me. Both damage and heal over time effects are increased by Death Mark. So basically, if you get Death Mark to 5 times, I think that each of these skills will be at their max. I don't know if you can stack it up to 6 or like 5 or higher. I think it only goes up to 5, but I could be wrong. And last but not least, the Horc Evader class, which in my kind of a sense was the last class I needed to be raised. First I did Ranger, Master Ranger, as you would have saw in one of my I think like my faction ranking and all that, and then I did the Troll, and then Horc was just done I think like at 5 o'clock. I finished it at 5, so it's not that bad. Horc Evader, what are his skills? Well, obviously it's got this, which calls a pet to your side and sends it into a rage, causing more damage but making you take more damage. So instead of it dealing damage over time, it makes me take more damage. So if you can have like the best dodging capabilities, this can be your skill to use. Shadow Strike, your pet attacks your target, causing damage over time while also increasing your dodge for a short time. The effect stacks up to 3 times, so you can attack. You can use this 3 times, I guess. I don't know. Also, I want to check something. Any of these ACs? No, only one. Oh. And then next is Smell Fear. Did I say this one? Shadow Strike. And then Whistle. That's Whistle, by the way. So. Smell Fear. Your pet sniffs out your foe's weak spot, greatly increasing your damage and dodge and critical, but slowing your attack speed for a short time. I guess this one's not really much as a soloing class. Although I was using it as a solo class, I don't think it's supposed to be a solo class, but I guess you could use it for soloing some bosses. but I don't think it's that much good. And this one is the one that I don't think is pretty good, but I guess you could use it. You decide to put an end to this fight quickly. You call out to your pet, increasing you and your foe's haste for a short time. I don't know what haste does in this game, because haste means a lot of stuff in different games. So let me see, what does haste do? Oh, okay. Does that do anything for your enemy, though? Okay, never mind. All your attacks and spells, so that's pretty good. Haste is awesome. I don't know how that affects your opponent, though. Does that mean he attacks quicker or something? I don't know. So here are the enhancements I use for these. For the horc evader, I use a thief for the class weapon, and helmets for the cape. I use lucky, I think. Yeah, lucky. And since I'm level 51, obviously I got the max, so the daggers or whatever weapons you're using should be at 47. Class 48, mask 50. But this is only because I'm free member. I'm not really a member yet, so I can't really do anything. And then for the cape, it's 47, so it's pretty decent, I guess. For trollspellsmith, or the enhancements I used for it, are mainly luck and I think mage. Yeah, mage. So mage, for the weapon I put it as lucky, so it's level 49. For the class, it's mage, it's at 49 as well. Helmet 47, it's mage as well, and the cape is mage as well, and it's 50, so it's pretty awesome. Now for the Master Ranger, this one I took it upon myself to look at the wiki, because I did kind of notice though the trollspellsmith might actually be more magic than melee, but I wanted to be sure it was mage, not spellbreaker. So I looked it up and it was like, oh, it's more mage than spellbreaker. I'm like, oh, okay. Then I looked at Master Ranger. It said to go with I think it was 3 fighter and either fighter lucky or thief. So I took it upon myself to look at the shop, see which ones are more powerful, like 50s and all that. I think one of them's a 49 actually. I think it's the sword. Yeah, the sword's the weakest. The sword's not 50, but that's just it. So here's what I did for the Master Ranger. There's 2 lucky items on it, I believe. Yeah, 2 lucky, 1 1 thief, and 1 fighter. So the fighter would obviously be the Doom Wings, which would be at 50. The helmet would be 50 for the thief. You don't have to wear this stuff just for it to have these boosts. You can wear anything that would be pretty good. For this one, it would be a 50 under lucky, and then for the weapon, it's a 49 under lucky as well. So it's pretty awesome. I don't know if I did it for Elemental Dracomancer though, but just follow up on the free member ones, and that's what I went with. Yeah. So what other weapons or classes will I be going under? I don't know, but just in case you guys are wondering why I wasn't doing stuff, I was helping Corey with a mini game that he wants to put out. It's more involving like airships and all that for Minecraft, so it's pretty cool. I'm gonna change the accessory of the headband if you don't mind. While I'm doing that on screen, I'm gonna tell you why he wants to do this. This one is supposedly because a lot of people were asking us, are we going to be making a mini game? Corey said yes, although he didn't want to make one intentionally. He wanted to make one as a side project. But a lot of people were asking him about that, and we've been getting a lot of questions about that. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. I'll tell you the team we have. Lucian is well, what was Lucian supposed to be? I don't remember what Lucian was. Corey is supposed to be the tech, basically the guy who was supposed to code everything in. Goni was more likely the statistics kind of guy, like the guy who you would ask, oh, which one has the best speed, which one has the best armor in the game, or in this game mode. That's basically who you'd go after because he's the one that's doing that. I'm more into the testing, so I tested everything, see if everything was good, see if everything was at least as the great it could be, or at least to see if everything was at the peak of what it could be, and it was pretty good. I have to say, we do have a promotion for some people who can, I think, like order earlier, something like that, or who join in the first like hour or something like that. I think we were doing something like that, but Corey quickly turned it down. I don't know if he's still doing it though, but he might. I don't know. He doesn't seem the kind of guy who would actually just like really do that kind of stuff. I don't know. Also, if you're wondering though, I like Elemental Dracomancer. It's my favorite class right now. Although Necromancer is better in many ways, more than one, but still, I still like Elemental Dracomancer. It's a pretty good class. It's a really big, heavy hitter. I know Necromancer is a heavy hitter, but the way I put my class is that I think they're all heavy hitters. Oh wait. Yeah, I forgot to get the cape. Whoops. Can I get with the cape, or is it gonna? Yeah. I can get the cape. All right. I think mostly everything in my bank is like weapons and armors that like go together with classes. I know most of them don't, but to me they all look like they all go together. So I got Fenrir as well. He's awesome. I'll do a class review of Chaos Shaper. Did I do one of Darkblood Storm King? Probably not. No, I didn't do one. And Evolved Shaman, I have to do that one too. Actually, I gotta enhance it, because I think I enhanced its armor, right? Yeah, I did. I have to enhance the class too. So yeah. Necromancer, that'll come in the future. Thief of Hours will also come in the future. No, sorry, I did it. No, I don't think I did it. So I want to do Chaos Shaper and Thief of Hours at the same time, because I think they all use the same enhancements. I think it's all lucky. Well, for Thief of Hours, I think it was all lucky or all thief. I'll just put it at all lucky, so I'll show you guys that next time. So, yeah. House. So let me know what you guys want to see next time. I'll try and do it. I don't know why, but this trolling Moglin is somewhat getting to me. I don't know why. Actually, I know what I want to go. So when will be the next faction ranking video be on? Well, I'll show you how I got my Horc and my Troll to rank 10. And yeah. That'll be for the next episode, and I'll try and rank out my Lycan and Vampire, I guess, a little bit. Yeah, you little troll. Yeah, I'm talking to you. No, I'm joking. Yeah. I don't know, I'm just gonna turn the music off. Oh, I'm gonna turn it off. Oh, there we go. So, yeah. So let me know what you guys want to see a review of. Don't ask for any member classes because I won't be able to get them. Make sure it's free member or at least a reputation class. Like I might do Blood Ancient if I don't need to be a member, but I think you need to be. Oh, you can get Blood Titan free member? Oh, I would really like to get it. Is there anywhere else I can probably get Pyromancer? Soul Cleaver class. Yeah, so Soul Cleaver will come as soon as I get 1,000 ACs or 1,200 ACs to at least get the Undead Warrior, and then we'll get it through the what do you call it? What was it? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, the Undead Warrior and getting Legion tokens through that way. So yeah, so I'll get this after I get the. Oh, it's not here. I don't remember them. The other armor for that. Oh yeah, this one is combat trophies, isn't it? I'll have to figure out how PvP works and which one's good for that, I guess. I don't know. All I know is that this armor is really good for just 1v1. It's not good against 2v1. I don't think, but Jirayan Scales does give you a big advantage, so I don't know. And I guess that is it for today, guys. Tomorrow, I'll try and do a Pokemon Mo episode. I'll at least try and get Charizard to at least level 57 and be done. Because Pupitar's already level 55, and it's already Tyranitar. Try and get all the Pokemon to at least a decent level, and then that's it. So see you guys tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. Goodbye, guys.